Hello everyone, today I'm going to do a review of the Rustico Expedition Leather Notebook and also talk about how it compares to the classic Midori Travels Notebook. Alright, so let's check it out. As I said, this is the Expedition Notebook. It's made by the company Rustico. I ordered this in the color saddle, so it's this really nice, rich brown, slightly reddish tones to it. And this is made from real leather. It's top grain leather. It's made in the US, and the leather is incredible quality. When I opened up the packaging, the leather smell was really intense, and it actually filled up the whole room for about a day or two. And yeah, it smells amazing. And the dimensions are 8.5 by 5.5 inches, which is 14 by 21.6 centimeters, or 5 inches by 8.125 inches for the refill. As you can see, I'll show in a second, the refill in here. And that is 12.7 by 20.6 centimeters for the refill. And the refill has 96 pages. So let's talk a little about the leather for a second. So it is quite supple. It's like this perfect balance of being soft but not too soft, so it still has some sturdiness to it, but it feels really nice, and the edges around it, and it doesn't hurt your hands at all. Some leather is really hard and kind of like hurts against your hands, but this is really nice and supple. And as I said, rounded edges here, and then on the back you see where the elastic closure is being held in place. And then here we have the Rustico logo, and then there's this really nice little detail. It's like this looks like a copper like button, again with the company logo on it. Really nicely done, because it gives it this nice little featured detail that makes the notebook look a little bit more interesting in my opinion. And then here's the elastic strap that holds the refillable notebook in place. Looks like pretty good quality elastic that should hold up for a while. And then I like how they tied this all together. It looks also like copper, and it looks like just hammered in place. And then here as well, instead of having this bulky, I hope the camera focuses, instead of having this bulky knot that you can feel when you're writing, this is really nice and flat, and it's almost just like even with the notebook, so you barely feel this at all. It's really nicely done and thought through. You can see the inside of the leather. It feels nice and supple as well. So still some white stuff on there, maybe from making the leather or from the notebook, but it comes off easily. And here's the actual notebook. It says, it's like kind of like brownish craft paper. It says Rustico on here, made in the USA. And then you see some nice little details right here. Some pattern on the notebook, and it says leave your mark on the back. So I really like the layout, the design of this notebook. And then you open it up, and you can, I guess, write your name here, and then if found, please return to, and then a reward, and you can see it says leave your mark in Rustico. And in the back it's just the cover, and that's all. And this notebook it's both stitched and it's stapled, so hopefully that holds up. But then I noticed here that the stitching, I don't know if it's coming apart or if it's not stitched all the way to the end. So that'll be interesting to see if that comes apart over time or if that actually holds up. But then you also have the staples here to hold it all together, so I'm not sure if that's like a production flaw or what the deal is here. And then the paper is, I'd say it's between off-white and cream colored. So it's definitely off-white, but it's not too yellow. It's like this nice in-between, and it's dot grid paper, which nice dark gray dots, and they're not too intrusive. And there's a margin right here with the dots, so they don't go all the way to the end of the paper. And then the actual notebook has rounded edges as well, as you can see. and the paper feels really nice and soft. And I tried to inquire the GSM on the paper, but I couldn't find out how much it is. To me, it's slightly heavier than the moleskin paper, so my guess is around 80 gram paper, 80 GSM, 90 at the most, but my guess is more like around 80. And then let's check out the writing sample. It is 96 pages, and here's the writing sample. Here we have the pencil, ballpoint pen, 0.4 millimeter gel pen, 0.7 millimeter gel pen, and then here's the fountain pen, the Palette Metropolitan medium nib with diamond marine ink. And it does not really feather, but the paper is quite absorbent, so it does take on quite a bit of ink, and it actually makes it look more like a broad nib instead of a medium nib. So let's check out the back. There's some ghosting with the gel pens, and there's quite a bit of ghosting with the fountain pen. It didn't bleed through, but you can see quite a bit of the ink through here. So you can use a fountain pen with this paper, preferably just the fine nib. I think with wetter inks or broader nibs, you're definitely going to get some bleed through, and it also, as I said, it absorbs a ton of ink. So, but it's usable with a fountain pen. I don't think it's ideal for fountain pens, this paper, but definitely usable, especially if you don't mind the ghosting on the back. So overall, I think this is a really nicely done notebook. Here's the elastic strap, you can hold in place. I actually think I would also prefer to hold it in place like this, because you don't see that very often. I like the look of that, and then just have this in the back. So yeah, so how does this compare to a classic Midori Travels notebook? I don't really use Travels notebooks as much, and there's two reasons why. One is the format, because as you can compare it to this, it's a standard size Travels notebook insert. There is not a lot of writing space. Here you get, I think I'd say about just an inch more writing space. It doesn't seem like much, but when you open this up, it's just really narrow, and I don't really feel like I have much room to write anything. And here, it just feels like there's a lot more space to write on. So I definitely prefer this format. And this also, they sell refills that are quite affordable, but this also is the standard size of a moleskin cahier notebook, so you can use moleskin cahiers in this and fill those, use those for this notebook and fill them up with that, which I think is great. You're not stuck with only notebooks made by this company, so I think that's a big bonus. And then the other thing is, I hate when Travels notebooks, you try to open it up, you write it and just collapse back into each other. In this notebook, I already tried to break into it a little bit. Excuse the beeping in the background, I think they're picking up the trash or something outside. See, you break into a little bit, and actually it lies open, and it lies open flat, and it stays open, and I like that. Sometimes I write and I put down the pen, and then I do something else, and I don't want to try to find the page again, and the whole notebook's like just collapsed. So this is really great. So I'm really excited about this notebook. I'm excited to try it out. The leather quality is amazing. It smells amazing. So a really nice product. We'll see if the insert holds up with the stitching that seems to be coming apart a little bit. I will definitely do a after review of the durability once I'm done using this. And yeah, I think those are my 2 cents on the Rustico Expedition leather notebook. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave me a comment. And one thing I forgot before I go, it does come in this really nice pouch here when you order it, so it makes for a great gift as well. A little quote here in the back, so I totally forgot about that. So yeah, I think that makes it look more upscale, more attractive when you gift this to somebody. Just forgot that. So if you have any other questions, feel free to leave me a comment. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more notebook videos, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching.